What shocking secret unfolded under the cover of night? Fans everywhere are buzzing with one burning question. Shocking twist. What really happened last night between Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun? Was it coincidence, hidden romance, or something far more unexpected? The mystery has set the entire KB's world on fire, and now, with red carpet revealed, we dive deep to uncover the truth behind the headlines. The night had barely ended, but the whispers it left behind refused to fade. From Seoul's glittering cityscape to international fan communities buzzing online, one question consumed everyone's imagination. Shocking twist. What really happened last night between Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun? It wasn't just another idle rumor. It's the kind of story that seemed to stop time. The kind of speculation that could alter careers, ignite fan wars, and rewrite the public image of two of the most beloved stars in KB's. Something happened last night, something that blurred the line between reality and fantasy, and now the world is determined to uncover the truth. The first spark came from an unverified social media post. A late-night sighting in the upscale district of Cheongdam-dong, where many celebrities are known to gather after hours. The post was simple. Just a grainy photo of two figures leaving what appeared to be a private lounge. But the silhouettes bore an uncanny resemblance to Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun. Within minutes, the image went viral. Fans shared, reposted, debated with the intensity of detectives piecing together a crime scene. Some claimed the angle was too blurry to confirm anything. Others swore the stride, the height difference, and even the hairstyle matched perfectly. "It's them. I know it," one fan tweeted, attaching side-by-side comparisons that quickly racked up thousands of likes. By dawn, the story had spiraled into digital inferno. Hashtags like Lee Min-ho, Kim Go-eun drama couple trended globally. TikTok creators uploaded rapid-fire theories, zooming in on every pixel of the photo to find clues. On Weibo, the discussion board surged with millions of views by Chinese fans who had adored their chemistry in the king, eternal monarch. The narrative was no longer just about a late-night sighting. It was about a possible romance that fans had dreamed of since their drama aired. The world wanted to know, was fiction about to become reality? To understand why this rumor hit so hard, one must consider the sheer star power of the two figures at the center. Lee Min-ho is more than just an actor, he is a phenomenon. Ever since his breakthrough as Gu Junpyo in Boys Over Flowers, he has commanded an aura that extends far beyond South Korea. From Japan to the Philippines, from Latin America to Europe, his name is synonymous with Hallyu itself. Every project he touches becomes an international sensation. Every public appearance sparks headlines. Romantic life, in particular, has always been under a microscope. While he has been linked to a few names in the past, he has carefully maintained a balance between public persona and private reality. For someone of his stature, rumor has consequences, and every whisper becomes magnified into a roar. Kim Go-eun, though different in her trajectory, carries her own irresistible allure. Her debut in Ambiguous marked her as a daring, conventional talent, and her later works in Cheese and the Trap, Goblin, and the King, Eternal Monarch solidified her place as one of Korea's most versatile actresses. She is adored not just for her beauty, but for the depth she brings to her roles, making every character unforgettable. What sets her apart in the eyes of fans is her relatability. She is elegant yet approachable, famous yet grounded. To imagine her entwined in a story with Lee Min-ho is to imagine two forces of charisma colliding, creating a spectacle that transcends even the wildest K-drama plot. As the day wore on, the media machine cranked into overdrive. Tabloids splashed headlines with tantalizing phrases: secret rendezvous, late-night love affair. Entertainment shows dedicated entire segments to dissecting the mystery photo, bringing in body language experts and paparazzi photographers to weigh in. One analyst claimed that the tilt of the woman's head suggested intimacy. Another countered that the photo was too grainy to prove anything. But speculation, as always, proved more powerful than evidence. In the court of public opinion, the verdict was already forming. Something had happened last night, and it involved these two stars. Meanwhile, fans embarked on their own investigations. Online sleuths traced the alleged location of the photo to a well-known celebrity hangout. Others compared the jacket worn by the man in the photo to one Min-ho had been spotted wearing at a Dior event earlier that month. A few fans even pulled up a recent Instagram story of Go-eun, noting that her hairstyle and earrings seemed to match the blurry outline. The frenzy of amateur detective work only fueled the narrative. Every new discovery was treated like breaking news, shared thousands of times, dissected endlessly. The boundary between journalism and fan obsession blurred into one collective spectacle. Yet beneath the excitement lurked unease. For some fans, the possibility of a romance was thrilling. They cheered the idea of their favorite stars finding happiness together, dubbing them the royal couple of K-dramas. Others, however, reacted with heartbreak, unable to accept that their idol might belong to someone else. Forums filled with emotional confessions. If this is true, I'm happy for him, but my heart hurts. One fan wrote. Another declared, I shipped them on screen, but I never thought it would happen in real life. The emotional extremes reflected the unique power these actors held over their audiences, the ability to inspire joy, heartbreak, fantasy, and reality all at once. Adding to the intrigue was the silence. Neither Lee Min-ho nor Kim Go-eun made any comment as the rumors spiraled. Their agencies, known for issuing swift clarifications when scandals erupted, remained conspicuously quiet. This silence, instead of calming the storm, as gasoline on the fire. If there was truly nothing to the rumors, fans argued, why not deny it outright? The lack of response was interpreted by many as tacit confirmation. Silence speaks louder than words. One netizen wrote, capturing the sentiment of thousands. The mystery deepened, and with it, the hunger for answers. By evening, the story had escalated to international news outlets. CNN Entertainment ran a feature on the midnight mystery of Korea's beloved stars. Japanese and Thai media outlets dedicated front pages to the speculation. In the Philippines, where Lee Min-ho enjoys immense popularity, primetime news shows debated the potential couple as though it were a matter of national importance. The fascination was global, the narrative unstoppable. A single blurry photo had transformed into a cultural event, and the world demanded to know the truth. In the midst of the frenzy, memories of their on-screen romance resurfaced. Clips from The King, Eternal Monarch flooded social media, rewatched through a new lens. Every kiss scene, every lingering gaze, every moment of tension was now dissected for signs that their chemistry might have been more than just acting. Fan edits portrayed their fictional love story as prophecy fulfilled. Destiny spilling off the screen and into real life. The blending of drama and reality gave the rumors an almost mythical quality, as if the universe itself had conspired to write a new chapter in their story. Yet as captivating as the fantasy was, the real question remained unanswered. What truly happened last night? Were they simply two friends sharing a quiet evening? Were they colleagues celebrating after a long day of work? Or was it, as so many desperately hoped, the beginning of a romance hidden from the world? The absence of clarity left the story suspended in a state of thrilling uncertainty, a cliffhanger too perfect to be scripted. And so, as the city lights flickered back to life the following night, the rumor had grown into something far larger than itself. It was no longer about a single evening, it was about hope, fear, fantasy, and the intoxicating allure of mystery. For Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun, a storm they could not control, a wave of speculation carrying them whether they wanted it or not. For the fans, it was the ultimate drama, folding in real time, with no director to cut the scene. And for the industry, it was a reminder of the precarious balance between stardom and humanity, between the image projected and the reality concealed. As dawn approached again, one truth became clear: the world was not ready to let go of the question. Something had happened last night. Something that sparked 1,000 interpretations, 1,000,000 fantasies, 1,000,000,000 heartbeats racing in anticipation. But the truth, the full, undeniable truth, was still waiting to be revealed. And that revelation, when it came, would shake everything to its core. The silence had become deafening. For nearly 24 hours, neither Lee Min-ho nor Kim Go-eun nor their agencies had issued a statement. The photo that had ignited the storm was still being dissected in endless loops online. Speculation spread faster than any official narrative could hope to contain. Fans demanded answers. The press demanded statements. Yet the two stars remained invisible, their absence only heightening the suspense. When the first official response finally arrived, it came not from the actors themselves, from their management companies. The statements were brief, cautious, and maddeningly vague. Min-ho's agency denied nothing outright but urged the public to respect the privacy of the artist. Go-eun's representatives echoed similar sentiments. emphasizing that she was focused on her work and that speculation about her private life was unhelpful. Far from calming the frenzy, these carefully worded declarations only fanned the flames. If there was truly nothing, why not say so? The refusal to deliver a simple denial was read as confirmation in disguise. News outlets seized on every word, acting the phrasing with the precision of legal scholars. The privacy was interpreted as a shield for something real. Focused on work was viewed as a diversionary tactic. Panelists on late-night talk shows debated whether the statements were deliberately ambiguous to buy time. Was there an announcement coming? Would the stars confirm their relationship at a press conference? The public conversation was no longer just about what happened last night, it was about what would happen next. Meanwhile, fans were split into camps. Some rejoiced, thrilled at the possibility that their on-screen fantasy couple had found real-life romance. Finally, they deserve happiness. And wrote on Instagram, capturing the euphoria of thousands who flooded comment sections with heart emojis. Others struggled to accept the possibility. If this is true, I'll support them. My heart hurts, confessed a longtime admirer of Minho. The tension was palpable, joy and heartbreak intertwined in equal measure. It was a reminder of how deeply these stars were woven into the personal lives of their audiences. International reactions mirrored the frenzy. In Japan, where both actors command immense popularity, shows led with a story, treating it as front-page news. Thailand and the Philippines, fan clubs organized live-stream discussions, their excitement palpable across screens. Western entertainment blogs framed the story as the K-drama come to life, marveling at the way Korean celebrities could ignite global headlines with a single grainy photo. The fascination was universal, transcending borders, cultures, and languages. Days passed, paparazzi swarmed the neighborhoods where the stars were rumored to live. Every car leaving a parking garage, figure in a mask, every glimpse of a silhouette was photographed, uploaded, and analyzed. Speculation grew wilder. Some claimed the pair had been spotted at a countryside villa. Others swore they were seen in a late-night drive together. The media circus had turned into a spectacle, with the actors caught in a whirlwind they could neither control nor escape. Then, without warning, Lee Min-ho broke his silence. Appearing at a promotional event for an upcoming film, he faced the inevitable question head-on. His answer was measured, thoughtful, more revealing than anyone expected. He acknowledged the rumors with a slight smile, admitting that he and Kim Go-eun had indeed shared time together as friends and colleagues. He did not label it love. He denied the bond. "She is someone I respect and cherish," he said. That electrified the room. The crowd erupted in gasps and flashes of cameras. The headline had written itself, "Lee Min-ho speaks, I cherish Kim Go-eun." The reaction was immediate and explosive. Social media platforms went into overdrive. The phrase "I cherish her" trended worldwide, quoted, memed, and dissected in every language imaginable. Some fans clung to the ambiguity, arguing that he had not confirmed romance. Others celebrated the openness, convinced that this was as close to an admission as one could expect in the tightly controlled world of KBs. The industry itself seemed stunned. Stars of Minho's caliber rarely spoke so directly about their personal lives, and his words carried the weight of history. Not long after, Kim Go-eun addressed the matter in her own quiet way. During an interview for a magazine shoot, he was asked about the swirling rumors. Her response was calm, graceful, and perfectly in tune with Minho's earlier statement. "He is someone who has been a wonderful colleague," she said. "While disarming, and a friend I am grateful for." Again, no outright confirmation, yet no denial either. Parallel phrasing felt deliberate, a joint strategy to acknowledge their bond while protecting its privacy. And it was enough. The narrative was complete, two stars, drawn together, choosing honesty without full exposure. Aftermath reshaped the cultural conversation. Analysts noted that the ambiguity was brilliant, a balance between truth and privacy, enough to satisfy curiosity without sacrificing control. Psychologists commented on the catharsis fans felt, out how the story allowed them to live out a modern fairy tale in real time. Cultural critics hailed the moment as a turning point, suggesting that perhaps the industry was evolving toward greater openness, less fear. Whatever the interpretation, the consensus was clear: the Night of Whispers had become a legacy. Brands wasted no time capitalizing on the phenomenon. Joint endorsements were floated, imagining the pair as Korea's new power couple. Streaming platforms promoted the king, eternal monarch as a must-watch romance all over again, drawing in new audiences curious to see the chemistry that had sparked the world's speculation. Far from damaging their careers, rumors and their responses had elevated them into an even higher stratosphere of fame. Yet beyond the glitz, the story carried a deeper resonance. It reminded the world that celebrities, no matter how dazzling, are human beings. That behind the meticulously managed images are people who laugh, fear, hope, and sometimes risk everything for connection. Fascination with Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun was not just about stardom. It was about the universal yearning to see love flourish even under impossible circumstances. Months later, the frenzy cooled. Memory remained. Fans still spoke of that night as if it were a drama episode burned into collective memory. Every future collaboration, chance encounter between the two stars, would be seen through the lens of that mystery. In the end, the truth of what exactly happened last night remained partly theirs, hidden away from the cameras. But in choosing to address it, however carefully, they had turned rumor into legend, speculation into history. So the story finds its conclusion not in a photograph, nor in a headline, but in the enduring image of two stars who dared to walk the tightrope between truth and privacy. For Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun, the night was more than a fleeting rumor. It was a moment that defined their legacy, etched forever into the annals of KB's fans across the globe. It was proof that sometimes the greatest dramas are not scripted at all, they are lived. The world thought the storm was over after Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun had spoken carefully, after their agencies had delivered their crafted statements, after the frenzy of hashtags had started to calm. It seemed as though the story might quietly fade. But the truth was, the night that started it all had unleashed a chain reaction far bigger than anyone could have imagined. What happened last night was no longer a rumor, it had become a legend. And legends never die. In the weeks that followed, pressure only mounted. Every move Lee Min-ho made was dissected with forensic precision. If he smiled during a fan meeting, fans speculated it was because of Go-eun. If he appeared tired, they whispered that the weight of the scandal was taking its toll. Kim Go-eun faced the same unrelenting scrutiny. A single Instagram post of a sunset triggered a flood of comments. Is this about him? Are you missing last night? Every emoji, every caption, every silence became an endless puzzle for fans to decode. The entertainment industry braced itself. Brands grew cautious. But at the same time, the global fascination proved irresistible. National magazines offered record sums for exclusive joint photoshoots. Streaming platforms planned re-releases of The King, Eternal Monarch, now marketing it as the drama that became reality. Far from fading, the story had transformed into an unstoppable commercial juggernaut. The very rumor that once threatened to destabilize their careers was now rewriting the rules of KB's stardom. Beneath the glitter and the profit lay a darker undertone. Paparazzi pursued the two stars relentlessly, determined to capture the elusive confirmation shot. They swirled that they had been photographed together at a private villa outside Seoul, though no credible images surfaced. Those invited anonymous insiders who claimed to know the truth, one spinning a tale more dramatic than the last, insisted they were already secretly dating for months. Swore it was all a publicity stunt designed to boost international sales. The public no longer knew whom to believe, but they could not look away. The tension reached a boiling point when international awards ceremony in Hong Kong, both Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun appeared on the same red carpet. It was their first public appearance together since the scandal erupted. The atmosphere was electric. Fans screamed their names. Cameras flashed like lightning, and the air itself seemed to vibrate with expectation. Would they acknowledge each other? Would they walk past one another as though nothing had happened? Or would the world finally witness the moment it had been waiting for? As fate would have it, the two stars crossed paths under the blinding lights. For a split second, the world seemed to stop. Min-ho turned slightly, offering the briefest of smiles. Go-eun, graceful as ever, returned the gesture with a nod. It was nothing more than a fleeting exchange, yet it detonated like a bomb. That single second became the most replayed clip of the night, trending across every platform, dissected frame by frame. Did you see the way he looked at her? One fan screamed on Twitter. Her smile said everything, another insisted. The legend of last night had just found its sequel. On the red carpet. From that moment, The narrative could not be contained. Fan clubs merged into global communities, dubbing them the Eternal Couple. Petitions circulated begging them to star together in another drama, promising international success on an unprecedented scale. Fans vied to attach themselves to the frenzy. Cultural critics declared it a watershed moment. Even in a conservative industry, authenticity could not be suppressed. And yet, through it all, both actors remained composed, offering no further clarification, no further denial. Their silence, once a liability, now become their greatest weapon. The most dramatic twist, however, came not from the stars themselves, but from the fans. Extraordinary show of unity. International fandoms from Korea, Japan, Thailand, the Philippines, and beyond organized a simultaneous online event titled At Night We Believe. Millions logged in, flooding Twitter and Instagram with messages of support. No matter what happened last night. One trending post read, "We are with you." What began as scandal had transformed into solidarity, binding fans and idols together in a shared narrative of love, secrecy, and defiance. As the months turned into a year, the frenzy inevitably cooled. But the memory never faded. Entertainment journalists continued to reference that night in articles. Talk shows replayed the footage of their red carpet exchange as though it were history itself. And fans kept the story alive with fan fiction and tributes. What really happened last night between Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun may never be fully known. But its legacy was undeniable. It had rewritten the rules of celebrity, redefined the boundaries of fan culture, proved that sometimes the most powerful dramas are unscripted. And so, the story ends not with answers, but with echoes. Echoes of whispers that turned into headlines. Echoes of smiles that turned into symbols. Echoes of a night that became eternal. In the end, the shocking twist was not the rumor itself, nor the mystery that followed. It was the revelation that one fleeting night could capture the heart of the entire world. That is what really happened last night. Just between Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun. But between stars and fans. Reality and fantasy. Silence and revelation. A story that began in shadows, exploded in headlines, and will forever linger as one of the most unforgettable chapters in KB's history. One blurry photo, one mysterious night. Two stars who turned silence into legend. The world may never know the full truth of what happened between Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun. But one thing is certain, that night has already been etched into KB's history as the moment when reality became more dramatic and fiction. We at Red Carpet Revealed want to sincerely thank our readers for joining us on this unforgettable journey. Your passion, curiosity, instant support are the driving force behind every story we bring to light. Stay with us for more exclusive revelations, shocking twists, and the untold truths that keep the world of KBs alive.